Thunder fans, Travis Lonix here, post-game. Joined by Thunder manager Shawn Chacon out in Frederick. 2-game sweep over the Keys. Big time last night and tonight getting the wins. Had 9-5 and 8-5 the final score tonight. Shawn, how you feeling? Team won 7 of the last 9 games. Get us 2-game sweep. 4-1 on the road trip. Playing real good baseball. Thanks for hopping on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What up, Trav? Thanks for having me. We just jumped on the bus. Got out of here with 2 wins, 2 really solid wins. Coming out of Mahoney Valley with 2 out of 3 there. And then even going back to home 2 out of 3 against, who was it? Frederick or Williamsport? I can't remember. Seems so long ago. Anyway, the team is playing really well. And not just by results. They're competitive. They're not giving away at bats. Our pitchers, as tired and exhausted as they are, they're still battling, competing, and picking each other up. So it's nice to see. It's also really encouraging, as coaching staff when you see your players at the end of the season still playing with pride, even though we're not necessarily playing for anything as far as championship goes.
Yeah, 100%. Playing for pride, like we said before, playing for second place, beat the Keys these 2 games to go to second place overall. 2019 now. Second half, 35-36 overall in the season. A game and a half up on the Keys for second place in the second half of the season. Last night started off 9-5 win. Nice win there, 11 hits, 9 runs. Offense staying hot. Let's talk on your starting pitcher, Lewis Misa, 5 2/3 in the game. Finished 5 hits, 5 runs, but he went 5 innings of run over before that.
Yeah, he was good. Look, Luis Misa was really good. I don't think his, the earned runs was 15, towards the end. He got a little fatigued again, but critical part of the game for a starting pitcher anyway, those first few innings, he was really good. And, he just is he's a competitor, and he's a dog on the mound, and I just love the way he goes about, his business. So, last night we were able to, keep the hot bats going again. And like I've been saying, when the starting pitcher is competitive, whether we give up runs early or not, when they're competitive early, they're in a rhythm, they're attacking the strike zone. Our offense, they tend to be more ready to hit.
Yeah, yes, sir. And you guys get the first 3 zeros from Misla and jumped on run the first, run the second. So run the first, double by Marinac and double by Don Schroeder. You guys on board and scrapped across 1 the second. Talk on getting those first couple runs. They got an early lead on the road there, going to Frederick.
It's been huge. It's been huge. We've been doing that a lot lately, we're getting early opportunities to score, and however many, we do, we at least get 1 across in the first inning or the second inning, and I think it takes a lot of pressure off, the pitcher and the offense as a whole. But last night, man, they were, it was just hits from the beginning, I mean, you have a player like Connor Marinac at the top of the order who just sets the tone, and in more ways than one. He's a dog also. He's tough. He's our shortstop. He's without having named the captain, I don't think anybody would argue that Connor is one of our captains for sure.
Yeah, I'm talking about his home run in that game, 2 for 5 and home run.
Yeah, man, 2 for 5 with a blast. He and that was late in the game too. So we'll get to it later, but it happened again. Tonight with a couple guys who, were able to add a run, instant offense. And Connor again, whether he goes 2 for or 0 for, he's still setting the tone, and guys follow his lead. So thankfully for him, and then you get John Schroeder, who is still hot.
Yeah,
and he's been hot for I don't know. Like the last 6 or 7 days, I don't even know, but I'm just so happy to see him finally getting the other side of things. He's grinded out like we talked about before, but now he's starting to see some results. And last night he was big in that sense too. There, BB, he had been cool for a while, and now he's seemed to be in his freaking tree again. It's just fun to watch, because if it's not one, it's another guy and on down the order,
Yeah.
And you can lead me through it. But, everybody's contributed in these two games, one or the other,
Yeah, I was going to get to it. See, Vanderbrake, 2 for 5. CJ Willis been playing first base, 2 for 5 last night. You mentioned Beebe, 3 for 4 last night. And the home run tonight we'll get to. Then I want to ask about Andy Vega, a big 2-run double early in the game, 4th inning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, huge 2-run double by Vega. Even taking good at-bats. And like I said, we haven't done anything besides the simple thing. We've been bunting and batting tracks, working on line drives up the middle. We don't shy away from, the work when it comes to them getting in the cages and stuff like that. So I think it's finally paying off. I think, having that competitiveness within your team also, I think it motivates guys because you got guys on the bench, that can come in and hit. Billy Sullivan, he's been, a little big spark for us when he's coming off the bench, just emotionally too. Like, that makes the team better when you got guys that are not everyday players that are coming in and, making the best of their time.
Yeah, it's awesome. So finished off last night, the pitching, the bullpen, and Carbone inning in 3rd, and then Parks and JJ to finish it off there. Got me? Sean? Yep.
Hello.
Gotcha.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
Good.
Yeah, what were you saying?
So ask about the bullpen. Yeah, Carbone and Parks and JJ finish off.
Yeah, man. So, look, you got those two lefties out there. Carbone, who's been, pitching so good, and he's so competitive. Just having him out there is fun to watch. Again, he's another guy that's sparks the emotion of the team, too. Obviously, pitching 1+ last night, and, coming in, bringing in Parks after, who, was up to his usual, just, really dominating guys and blowing away. It's kind of funny how he's just kind of turned the page since going from starting to the bullpen, or just made himself one of our best relievers.
Yeah.
And then we get JJ to come in and get back to being JJ, so we're calling it the JJ Almeida revenge tour, this last week, so he's made the adjustment, I think the league made the adjustment with him, started to sit and break them off. And, it's kind of forced JJ to pitch differently, and he's done it. The last couple of days, he's pitched mostly fastballs, and, he's doing what a professional pitcher does. You make the adjustments, and you're still able to get guys out, which is nice to see. Yeah,
it's awesome. Good 9-5 win last night. Now going to tonight's game, 8-5 win. We're running the first inning offensively, and 3 in the 3rd, running the 4, 2 in the 5th, running the 6th there. So middle inning scoring runs. We said in the beginning, grinding out game today. Want to recap it again overall, and then go into Luke camp. We'll get to.
It was another good pitching effort by DeLongchamp. It was a little stressful, I guess, in the first inning, for him pitching. But he, again, put together, more than we could have, asked for, considering, while his outings have been sparse. So, him coming out and giving us, 5 innings, 3 runs. I mean, that's awesome. He was able to get the win tonight too, which he deserves. And so I'm happy and proud for him. He deserves that. He needed it. But again, going back to the game itself, like, we needed it. We needed him to be competitive and gritty, and that's exactly what he was tonight.
It's awesome. Said today 8 runs, 6 hits, less hits. But he said grinding out. Took advantage of some errors by the keys and worked the walks and everything. Grounded the runs today.
Yeah,
with some long balls in there at the end. But
yeah, we did it dirty though. Like I like to tell these guys, let's make it messy, because it just seems to be the way we play ball the best. When we got base, we're stealing and putting pressure on the defense. the guys are running hard, getting ground balls, and they're running hard, and they're putting pressure on the guys making throws on defense. And, tonight we were able to put pressure on them and take advantage with guys on base that lets it run. So, again, that's how you win ball games when you're not banging out, 12, 15 hits, a game. Our bats were quiet in the sense of like not stringing together all these hits. But, when you talk about the other ways to get on base, walks, hit batters, just working counts. We did that tonight. And again, we made it messy. So, we're able to do that, take the lead. We go up 4-1, 5-1, 7-1, and then, it gives us cushion. Yeah. And I'm not saying that we need it, but, our pitching staff is like I said, is exhausted. So, it does give you some breathing room, which is needed at the end of the season.
Yeah, definitely. I go to long balls today, home runs, Jared Beebe. Fifth inning, 2-run shot, right center, I believe, right? Second home run of the season.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Deep. Backside home run. He really hit that ball. He was, I thought it was pop fly at first, and it just kept going. But like I said, he's hot right now. He's hot as anybody, and he's hitting that right center gap like it's his job. And I was happy to see him get one out of the park, and obviously with the 2-run homer, that gives us more cushion. Then you follow with John Schroeder's solo bomb that he hit. I mean, he hit that one out in the stadium. So, again, happy for Johnny. But, yeah, those runs obviously came in. They proved to be big runs, Got to get to the bullpen, got a couple guys in for some work, Malik Abdul looks good again. His innings. Miles Garrett was throwing gas tonight when he came in. I mean, he was touching 96. Wow. So I think his struggle just came from getting a little bit erratic in the end of that inning. And he showed some good stuff tonight. But you bring, Matty Bedford in, I think 1 or 2 pitches to get a guy out of the inning, which, that shut down their inning and the momentum right away. Follow that up with, was it Dozy Drakeford come out? He had some traffic there, but again, bends don't break. At a stadium where the crowd was pretty big tonight, and it was a fun environment. So he pitched well and set up for JJ Almeida to come out and do his thing. And JJ, he's been our guy all year, closer all year, and I'm just glad to see him back on the good side of things after a little bit of a scuffle, a few outings ago. Yeah,
it's awesome. Getting back-to-back in the save tonight. 2 strong outings in a row in Frederick there. Get these 2 wins. Like I said, last night, 9-5 to 8-5. 2 games sweep over the Keys. Like I said, 7 of the last 9, 4-5 on the road trip, playing real good baseball. Like I said, playing for pride, trying to be above 500 overall in the season and get second place in the second half. So, on the way to that, 5 games left. So, getting the bus going back to Trenton. Got the final 2 home games coming up this weekend. Thoughts on final 2 games at home?
Yeah, man, we're coming out. We're coming home. We're tired, man. Listen, this road trip, these road trips have gotten to us. I will say that, but the boys were coming home for the last 2 games, excited to play. Thunder Stadium for the last time. For some of them, the last time ever. So I know they'll be pumped, ready to play. 5 games left. It's kind of like, where'd the season go? And it's even now that we know these games are coming and going so quick, man. And we play. Our games are over 3 hours every night, but when you sit back reflecting, I'm like, everything goes so fast. I just hope they keep, taking advantage of what they have left of this season. And I look forward to seeing some more good baseball when we see state colleges.
Yes, sir. All right. Shawn Chacon, Thunder manager, after the road trip here in Frederick, road trip overall, 2 wins here in Frederick tonight. Love to hear it. Thanks for your time as always. Good luck, safe travels, and I'll see you tomorrow night.
Thank you, Thunder fans. See you this weekend, man. Happy holidays.
Yes, sir. Let's go Thunder.